Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. But then there's a downfall to it. Hello, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing. In this video, I will be testing some new filament. So this will be an unbox video. Then I will look at the filament and give my thoughts towards the filament. Let's scratch today's filament. I got a package of filament right here. Okay, now let's unbox this. My small knife right here. Boom. Here's the first box of filament, second box, PLA Plus, and the third filament. Okay, before we look at the filament, I want to thank today's sponsor, Chitu Systems, for providing the filaments for me to do testing, and I decided to make a review video of these filaments because I actually needed some filaments. I am running out of filaments. This one is SILK PLA, Chitu Systems. And look at this. Wow, it looks so gorgeous. It's silk PLA. You only see the gold here, but it's black and gold. Look at this. Black on one side, gold on the other side, and it looks really cool. I'll be putting this to the test. So material is silk PLA. It's a dual black and gold, 1 kg, 210 to 215 printing temperature. That is like one of the closest temperature I have seen on a filament like this. Bed is like 0 to 40, print speed is 30 to 80 millimeters, and they actually tell you the lot number or when they package this filament, which is very nice. And it comes really nice and sealed in here. Next one. Boom, look at that. This one is PLA Plus. Printing temperature is 190 to 280. Oh, look at this. This is very interesting. First time I actually see this on a filament. Look at this. If you want to print 30 to 60 millimeters per second, you gotta print around 190 to 220 Celsius. But if you want to print faster, you can go all the way up to 280 Celsius on this, which is so crazy. The last filament row. This is also PLA Plus. The color is in orange. I think there might be a little bit error here because I was supposed to get a PLA Plus, silk PLA, and a high-speed PLA, but I think it kind of got messed up, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. These three filaments will be good enough for testing, but enough with all of that. Let's get onto the testing phase, which is going to be like a couple of days for me, but for you it will just be a split second. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. I have been messing with Conjure or Chitu Systems Silk PLA, PLA Red, and PLA Orange. But those other two PLA are just like normal PLA. It prints great, it looks amazing, I love the color. I will mainly focus on this silk PLA. This is the dual black and gold color silk PLA from Chitu System Conjure. So before I show you some of the prints that I have printed, I love silk PLA. I bought some in the past year, I bought some recently, and these stood out a little bit more than some other silk PLA that I had bought. Why? Because when buying silk PLA, I have three things that I look for. The first thing is it brittle? Can you break the filament just by doing this? Well, as you can see here, you really can't do that. Some silk PLA, you can just bend it like this and it just breaks off very easily. The second thing I look into of silk PLA filament is the layer adhesion. Are the layers sticking well together? Are they just easily taken apart? Because I have bought some silk PLA, and after printing them, you can just split the parts very easily. And the last thing that I look into silk PLA is the finish, how beautiful it is, how shiny it is, because it's silk PLA, or what I call it, beautiful PLA. So now let's take a look at some of the prints that I printed with this filament and the red and orange filament, as you can see over here. If you are interested in this filament, I will leave a link down below so you can go and check it out for yourself. And plus these models that I show in this video, everything will be linked down in the description. So if you are interested in any of these models, everything is down below. You can go and check it out for yourself. Download these, print yourself, get yourself some of these silk filament. They have so much more combinations of colors like red, yellow, and blue PLA silk, blue and green PLA silk. It's all of the colors that you have ever wanted, so check out the links down below. This one is printed in red and it looks great. Just look at that. Yes, the 2 feet and it comes off very easily. These two can dangle easily like this. So it's just good filaments. Overall, just good filaments. This is the orange one. It is a little bit stringy because it was printed on the Ender 3v3, and on the Ender 3v3 I don't really have the retraction setting quite as good as before because I've been messing around with it a little bit. So the quality of this turned out really nice. I also printed this fidget knife thingy. So how you assemble it is just put the knife inside of this pocket here. I think that's what they call it. And the spring, you put it on top, like you put it on the side like this, and then you just smash it down like that. Push the blade all the way down, and then and now we can just play with it like this. Oh, retract. Look at that, how cool is that? This is printed using Chitu Systems, PLA red and orange, and as you can see here, they function really well. Okay, so let's go on to this PLA Silk, and let's see all the prints I have printed with this one. So it's black and gold. What would I print with it? Well, of course, a Pikachu. Look at that, Pikachu. The front is gold, the back is black. Purposely chose this model because it has supports, as you can see here, and it has all these shape and stuff like that, all these curve, all these detail and stuff like that. So that's why I chose this print. And let's see how easily I can take off the support. Let's take off the ear first. Oh, look at that, it just broke off very easily. And the tail, it just came off easily. Yeah, everything just broke very easily. The arm, with no pressure at all, man. Okay, the nose and the neck. Wow, so easy to take it off. This model was printing using Orca slicer and on the cable mat. And yeah, everything, all the supports, all the brim came off very easily. You need really good filament, a good slicer, and a good 3D printers to achieve supports like that. Then yeah, overall this print looks clean, looks silky, looks shiny and stuff like that, and it still retains all of the details. Look at that, even the back have these two details thingy, and it shows, and it just looks really cute and very nice. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. But then there's a downfall to it. I'm just kidding. This one was printing using 300 millimeters per second. I was just testing it, and as you can see here, it did have a little bit of under extrusion here, but on this side it looks great. On the back side, which is the black side, it looks flawless. It's only this little part right here, but Silk PLA is not meant for high speed, right? If you want high speed, you can just buy high speed PLA. And to achieve this quality of printing with Silk PLA is just amazing, right? 300 millimeters per second, and you can print with this. It's just gorgeous. Only a little bit defect right here and right here and right here, but other than that, it looks great. And one more thing I print with the Silk PLA is this dragon. Look at this. I feel like Silk PLA dual color or tricolor is the perfect filament to print these flexi dragon stuff like this. It just looks so good from every angle. It's like a true dragon-ish like that, because it just have the color just spread out very nicely. And this one was printed like something like this, right? So the color actually splits really nicely. It's not like one side is totally black and the other side is totally gold. It's split out so beautifully. Just look at all the details, man. Shiny and stuff like that. There's a little bit of stringing, but that can be done with a blowtorch. You can just, and all the strings are gone. And to be honest, every single filament out there has stringing. I don't know what to say. It just looks gorgeous. Okay, so print quality is nice. The filament does not break when you try to break it. The last thing is layer adhesion. Like I said, I bought Silk PLA before, and the layer adhesion from those Silk PLA aren't that good. I'm not gonna name any company out there, but I did 3D printed some. I printed Fidget Knife with the Conjure PLA, and also with some brand that I have bought earlier with the same two piece. So let's see the layer adhesion from this piece versus this piece. Let's go with this one first. So the layer adhesion is the layer by layer, so this was pretty flat like this. So if it's a good filament, all the layers should be adhere very nicely without breaking off. Well, that piece came out very easily, but of course, right, it's the connection right there, so any PLA will break off very easily like that. Okay, like this. Even though I can break it easily like that, there's still some stringing attached to it, and it's just this layer right here where it's connecting at a 90-degree angle, and 90-degree angle breaks off easily from any type of filament. But yeah, overall, it's still very, the bottom piece here is still very intact like that. Look at that. All of the filament are like intact together. It's just these 90-degree angles that are just coming off very easily. Let's take a look at this Silk PLA print here. Look at that. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Layer adhesion. And it's so brittle, it just breaks off very easily. Look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's not good with layer adhesion, some other Silk PLA. And it just, this piece breaks so much easier than the other piece. No, wow. Just look at this. It broke off from everything from this piece right here. And yeah, you can take it off very easily. Compared to this, this actually has some intact here, even if I try to force it off, right? Yeah, you need to really force this off, and still all the pieces are still contact together. Unlike this one, right? You can just break it easily, and you can just peel piece by piece. You can peel layer by layer. Like, layer adhesion is so bad with some other silk filament up there. Just look at this. All the infills are coming off like so easily. The layers are not adhering well together. This is my problem with Silk PLA, but this Chitu System Silk PLA is actually nice. You can't really take it off. It acts almost as like a PLA plus. A second piece here. Let's see how far I can break this. This spring. Okay, I can do that. The other side, same thing. Now let's try with this piece. Oh, the tip broke. And yeah, as you can see here, it's so easy to break them. Here, I'll do a side-by-side comparison. These, you can see that all the layers are coming off. But this, it's actually harder to pull all the layers so that it comes off. This is what I'm talking about, layer adhesion. All the layers are not adhering well with each other, and it just easily break off. In this case, you can't really break them apart. All the layers adhere very nicely together, and that is a plus for me in Silk PLA. Because yes, you want it to look beautiful, but you also want it to have great layer adhesion, so that your 3D printed product can stay intact longer. Even if you drop it, it will still stay intact. And yeah, that is it with this video of me checking out Chitu Systems Conjure Silk PLA and their normal PLA. And once again, I want to thank Chitu Systems for sending these filaments over to me for some testing and doing my honest review of their filaments. And yeah, I do approve their filament. These are actually really nice Silk PLA filaments. So like I said, I'll leave a link down below. So if you are interested in these products, you can go and check them for yourself. And thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep on 3D printing.